You're watching TAG TV.
Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Tuesday, the 1st of May. Indian Prime Minister leads the BJP's election campaign in southern Karnataka province. Three civilians killed in militant attack in India's Jammu and Kashmir. And world leaders condemn twin bombings in Afghanistan. And now for all the details, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday kick-started campaigning for his Bharatiya Janata Party in poll-bound southern Karnataka province. The Prime Minister is himself leading the poll campaign to ensure that his party returns to power in the southern province, crucial for him to maintain his invincible image ahead of the 2019 general elections.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday kicked off his series of rallies from Chamrajnagar district for the return of his Bharatiya Janata Party of BJP to power in South Karnataka province. The Prime Minister will address a total of 15 rallies in the province in a build-up to the polling day. Elections to the 224-seat assembly in Karnataka will be held on the 12th of May, where more than 40 million people are eligible to vote.
और दिल्ली में खबर ये आती थी कि कर्नाटक में भाजपा की हवा चल रही है, लेकिन आज कर्नाटक की मेरी पहली जनसभा में देख रहा हूं कि कर्नाटक में बीजेपी की हवा नहीं, आंधी चल रही है.
Opposition Congress has also stepped up the campaign in the province, one of the three where the party is still in power. Karnataka is important to the BJP because it will be its gateway to the south, which is vital to its poll calculation for the general election in 2019.
At least 3 civilians were killed on Monday by Pakistan-based militants in Baramulla district of India's Jammu and Kashmir province. The killing took place hours after security forces gunned down 2 militants in an encounter in Pulwama district of the province.
At least 3 civilians were killed by members of Pakistan-based militant group Lashkar-e-Taiba in Baramulla district of India's Jammu and Kashmir province on Monday. According to local media reports, the victims, all in their early 20s, were identified as Asif Ahmed Sheikh, Hasib Ahmed Khan and Muhammad Asghar. They were shot from a very close range by the militants, leading to their death on the spot. The incident came hours after security forces gunned down 2 Pakistan-based militants in an encounter in Pulwama district of the province on Monday. India accuses Pakistan of training and arming militants and helping them infiltrate across the border. Pakistan denies the allegations.
In news from Afghanistan, Monday's twin bombings in Afghan capital Kabul city that claimed the lives of a number of civilians and journalists is being widely condemned by Afghan leaders and foreign stakeholders. The deadly attacks were claimed by militant group Islamic State.
Responding to Monday's bombing in Afghan capital Kabul, which killed at least 29 people, including journalists, CEO Abdullah said he is very saddened by the attack, and such attacks on media is attack on democracy and an effort to silence the voice of voiceless. The U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, in a statement on late Monday, also condemned the recent bombing in Kabul and Kandahar province and called the attacks senseless and barbaric. The head of the UN Assistance Mission in Afghanistan, Tadamichi Yamamoto, also condemned the attacks which caused untold human sufferings to Afghan families. The first explosion on Monday took place close to the building of the NDS Intelligence Service and was followed by one outside the headquarters of the Ministry of Urban Development and Housing, just as people were entering the government office. Militant group Islamic State has claimed the responsibility for the 2 bombings, which were the latest in the wave of violence that has killed and wounded thousands in Afghanistan.
More news from Afghanistan. Despite government efforts to wean farmers off the opium trade, poppy crops remain a popular business choice for Afghans in the southern province of Kandahar. Farmers on an average make about $3,000 a year from the illegal trade in a country where the per capita GDP is less than $600.
The pink flowers Argan and Muhammad Nadir's field is now a sea of green bulbs bursting with viscous sap, which when dried becomes opium and when processed becomes heroin and other drugs. It's a busy time of year for farmers in Afghanistan's southern Kandahar province. They help each other in their fields, scrubbing the brown latex which seeps out of gashes made in the bulbs and putting it into plastic containers. Nadir makes about $3,000 a year from his poppies in a country where the per capita GDP is less than $600. His profits are not his alone, as the Taliban takes a cut in exchange for protection of his poppy field, and they also find domestic and international smugglers who will help sell the illegal produce.
دولت راته وایي چې مې کړی خو موږ پر هغه سربېره کړو د دولت په کول داسې خاص نه کوو طالبان خو نه راته وایي چې مې کړه او خوشحاله چې هغه هم یو شی پیدا کولی شي د جیسه یو زکات یو شی وړي.
With the security situation deteriorating in the war-torn country and the Taliban in control of more parts, an increasing number of farmers are turning into the lucrative trade.
شتون د دولت صداره چې موږ ته کارونه برابر سي شتون مو سم سي رومیان فروش پیدا کی ریحان فروش پیدا کی نو بیا موږ دې ته څه ضرورت لرو تاریخ ته.
Afghan government has long tried to coax farmers into switching to legal crops. The farmers reckon if the government gave out saffron bulbs and provided training, farmers would replace their opium plots with saffron. They believe saffron would command a high price and enable them to earn as much as they do with poppies.
Moving on to news from Nepal, ahead of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Nepal later this month, preparations have begun to welcome him to the Himalayan nation. Along with infrastructural arrangements, the government has also formed various committees to prepare for the Indian Premier's visit.
Nepal's historical and ancient city of Janakpur has revamped their preparations to welcome Indian Premier Narendra Modi later this month. Janakpur Dham, a tourist destination in Nepal, which is also the foundation of the religious beliefs between India and Nepal, will be hosting the felicitation ceremony in honor of Prime Minister Modi after he offers prayers in the temple. The government of Nepal's province too has also made special arrangements for giving public honor to the Indian Prime Minister during his visit.
नंबर 2 को तर्फबाट प्रदेश सरकारको तर्फबाट भारतीय प्रधानमन्त्री महामहिम नरेन्द्र मोदीजीको भ्रमण जुन वैशाखको 28 गते हुने लगभग तय भएको छ त्यसलाई एउटा भव्यताका साथ सम्पन्न गर्नको निमित्त सफल बनाउनको निमित्त हामी सबै शक्ति लगाएर लागि परिरहेका छौं.
The provincial government has formed a major welcome committee and 5 other committees to prepare for Modi's visit. The Indian Prime Minister's scheduled visit comes after Nepal's Premier KP Sharma Oli visited India in an effort to enhance bilateral ties between the two nations.
Scores of tourists are flocking to Asia's largest tulip garden in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province to witness multi-hued flowers in their full glory. Reportedly, over 200,000 visitors have thronged the garden in the past 1 month.
Tourists are flocking in huge numbers to Asia's largest tulip garden situated in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province to witness multi-hued flowers in their full glory. Since the tulip bloom is almost over, the tulip garden shall close for the general public soon. Spread over 650 canals of land at the foothills of the Barwan Hills, the garden was umpteen varieties of tulips to welcome the visitors.
It gives me immense pleasure to say that we had a very good show this year. बहुत अच्छा रश रहा. Plenty of tourists came. Outsiders काफ़ी तादाद थी. And I believe it was till date it was 1.80.
Perfectly ऐसा लगा जैसे कि हम स्वर्ग में हैं. मतलब जैसे सुना था सभी लोगों से कि ऐसा है वैसा है, पर लिटरली बहुत 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 ज़्यादा ब्यूटीफुल है और नेचुरली बहुत हद से ज़्यादा ब्यूटीफुल है.
The annual celebration of Tulip Festival includes showcasing over 2 million tulips of 46 varieties, which is one of the key tourist attractions during the onset of spring season in the valley. A good number of domestic and foreign tourists visited the garden along with the exquisite Dal Lake to take and experience the scenic beauty of the valley.
An interstate angling competition was held recently in India's northeastern Nagaland province to promote the sport among the locals. More than 150 anglers from the province and neighbouring Assam and West Bengal took part in the annual event.
An annual interstate angling competition was held near India's northeastern Dimapur city recently to promote the sport among locals. A regional angling organization, Musu Angling Centre, organized the event where more than 150 anglers from neighbouring provinces of Assam, Nagaland and West Bengal took part.
Nagaland as a whole, we have very broad scope for angling. We have, anglers from different age group, from different walks of society, old, young, rich, poor, government officials, business people. And even women also. We have female anglers as well. So this is very encouraging and it is picking up at a great pace.
The event was organized every year to promote the sport. Angling is slowly but steadily picking up pace in the northeastern province. Though not as popular a pastime as it is in the west, angling has its loyal followers in India and also a growing sport in various provinces.
A Sufi music festival in India's Jammu and Kashmir province on Monday attracted scores of music enthusiasts. The festival aimed at preserving and promoting the art and artists of Kashmir.
Music enthusiasts and local residents joined a Sufi music festival organized as a part of 3-day theatre festival in Srinagar city of India's Jammu and Kashmir province on Monday. The attendees were seen humming to the tones of the soulful sound of ancient traditional Sufi music in the festival aimed at preserving and promoting the art and artists of Kashmir. The event is being organized by North Zone Culture Center and Jammu and Kashmir Academy of Art, Culture and Languages.
अभी ये सूफियाना म्यूज़िक फेस्टिवल यहाँ पे हो रहा है तो मैं समझता हूँ कि इन फ्यूचर ऐसी महफिलें होनी चाहिए क्योंकि ये जो सूफियाना कल्चर है अभी तो मुझे नहीं लग रहा है मतलब ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड कोई सुन रहा है मतलब हमारे बीच तो है ये लेकिन है बहुत छुपा हुआ है तो हम चाहते हैं कि मतलब ये थोड़ा सा प्रमोट हो जाए आगे बढ़े ताकि हमारी आगे आने वाली जनरेशन जो है वो इससे फैज़याब हो जाए ताकि इसका नाम भी ज़िंदा रह सके
जो हमारी नौजवान नस्ल है उन तक ये मीरास पहुंचाने के लिए और उनको इस मौसीकी से आशना कराने के लिए भी हाँ हमें खुशी है कि जो हमारी नौजवान पौधे उसमें काफ़ी दिलचस्पी भी ले रही है और इसका आहिस्ता से दो स्लोली बट ग्रेजुअली इसका अहयाई नव हो रहा है रिवाइव हो रहा है
Kashmir has a 5,000-year-old rich art and culture which has churned out numerous Sufi poets, authors and musicians. Sufism is a defining feature of the society of Jammu and Kashmir. It was in 1480 that the wandering Sufis arrived in Kashmir, after which Sufism became the way of life for majority of the people in the valley.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Indian Prime Minister leads the BJP's election campaign in southern Karnataka province. Three civilians killed in militant attack in India's Jammu and Kashmir. And world leaders condemned twin bombings in Afghanistan. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you in time tomorrow. Good night.
You're watching TAG TV.